Welcome,
Cool.
brother.
Hello. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
kind of
so
just surreal.
you're good, bro. This is awesome. So, yeah, welcome to the podcast, man. We tried this, or we had one set up for last week, and
No kidding.
now we got. I mean, that's life, it just
It's life as a
happens
mechanic, right?
on my end as well, both of us.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, we're good, bro. But why don't you give a little background? Introduce yourself, and then give a background on yourself, and then we'll get into your airsoft stuff, and
Yeah.
yeah, do that.
Well, all I want to be known as is Atlas. That's my code name for my team. So, a little about me. I'm a mechanic here in my hometown. Work on all sorts of cars from old to new. I've been in the army for a while, but let's not go there. For personal reasons, started airsoft about. I think I got my first AEG like 2015. I want to say,
Okay.
and wasn't really into the sports until like 20. Weirdly enough, 2021 after COVID and all that stuff. So then started to get interested in it. Met a few guys, joined a team now, and now my team and I 2 weekends ago went to American Milsim at ESR 19.
Nice. Now, how did you start airsoft? What was were your friends doing it, or did you see some videos? Like, what made you want to get into it
Uh,
the first
it was
time?
so long ago. I bought my first AEG because my local shop is Fox Airsoft.
Okay.
Like here in Parker, Colorado, you have Fox Airsoft and you have the Flat Acres. So like when I moved here, I'm like, oh, that's an airsoft field at the Flat Acres Farm, just down Main Street.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that'd be interesting. And then I looked into it, watched some videos. Novritsch was one of the first people I started watching, honestly.
Like most people.
uh, and then I grew up around firearms. Like my dad and I love going to the range. We love hunting and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I ran out of firearms, and then I'm like, shooting firearms is fun, but I'm pretty sure it's more fun when you can do it just simultaneously and not hurt anybody.
Right.
So I bought this Lancer Tactical. I can probably grab it from my room. I could go grab that
Yeah.
real
Go
quick.
ahead. Go ahead, dude.
But this was my first airsoft replica, and it's seen better days.
Yeah. I mean,
I've never,
we had a bunch of those. Yeah.
I've never really gotten into the internals of this. Like when I bought this, I didn't even know what a pop up was.
Yeah. But dude, I didn't
I,
know shit.
I didn't know a thing about it. I was like, oh, it shoots BBs. It's fine.
Uh-huh.
Oh man, and
Yeah,
it's
that's cool.
full
Did you
poly.
get that from Fox Airsoft?
Yes,
Nice.
I got it from their long time ago before they even had their better starter kits where you got a face mask and everything. I didn't get any
Right.
of that. I only got like an extra battery and like it's the old battery. It's not even Dean's. It's the
Oh, and it's front wired to the
yep
handguard.
to
Oh
the
man.
handguard. It
Yeah,
is.
dude.
I don't know. I think this is a Gen 1, maybe Gen 2, but
Okay.
it's one of the cheaper ones that you could find. But
Sure.
yeah, that was my first
That's
replica.
cool you still have it though. Keep it. Keep it forever, man, because a
I
lot of
haven't
people I
even
have
taken it
on here,
apart.
yeah, don't ever take it apart. Um, a lot of people I have on here, I'm like, "Do you still have your first gun?" And they're like, "No, dude, I wish I did though." Like every single person wishes they had still had their first gun just for, just to show.
Sentimental.
Yeah, sentimental, sure. Nostalgia, man. Like this is the first one I had.
Yeah, and now I haven't even taken apart. I don't think it even shoots anymore,
Mm,
sadly, because I think it kept jamming. I think the
gotcha.
magazine fed too fast, and it can't keep up
Oh,
because of
okay.
how old its internals are.
Yeah. We actually got a like a mystery box kind of thing from Fox Airsoft
Mm-hmm.
when we were doing the unboxings and reviews.
Yeah.
and I found out about them. They were, I guess they popped up in my feed or something like that when I was
Hmm.
searching all the different airsoft retailers and everything.
Yeah.
So Evic and Airsoft GI, Fox Airsoft, and
Amps.
um, there's one out in California that we got a box from as well. And yeah, it was like we had all these different boxes from all these different retailers, and I was actually emailing back and forth with some of the guys at Fox. But speaking of out there in Colorado, man, congratulations! You're my first guest from Colorado
I
out
think you've
there.
actually have. Do you remember Spaz?
Yeah, is he from Colorado?
Yeah, he's my team lead.
Oh, okay.
Legion of
Well, he's
Rain.
the first one then. I'll have to update my map.
Uh,
So
I
I had
believe
this
he
map.
also. Hmm.
Oh, go ahead.
He's. I believe he's also said that you did a Grinch. I haven't met him personally, but I
Oh,
don't know
he's
if
out there.
he's.
Yeah, I had Grinch on.
I don't. I don't. I haven't met him personally
Okay.
yet, but
Yeah. So how do you know
so
Spaz?
uh, I joined his Discord, his team through another guy, and my first time meeting him was like several weekends ago, actually, and we played at Fox at the FAF.
Okay.
So that was our first time actually meeting in person, and we've kind of hung out like every moment chance we could get.
Yeah.
And I'm one of the closest members to FAF, and we got so close so quick. We went to ESR 19. It was
Yeah, that's cool.
Spaz, me, Hungry, another one of our teammates, and his girlfriend, Brooklyn.
Okay. Dude, that's awesome. Did you do you have like socials that you post airsoft stuff on?
I literally made a new social. It's Atlas Actual on Instagram.
Yeah.
2.0 Atlas Actual Atlas underscore Actual 2.0. I actually made that to submit the. I made it on the way to ESR 19 in the middle of the night,
Oh, really?
and
Oh, that's cool.
the first post is literally just pitch black road from my truck.
Oh, that's funny, dude. Okay. I mean, hey, that's, that's cool.
It's always good to have like a interesting. Oh, how'd you make this? Yeah, I was sleep deprived. My friend was driving, and I want to do something fun.
Right?
It was
Exactly.
12 o'clock at night.
So how did you guys end up like choosing to go to an AMS event? Because that's kind of a big, if you haven't been to a Milsim
Hmm.
before, it's kind of a bigger commitment.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I bought a completely brand new replica for it. So,
I'm sure, yeah.
and since then, after this, like give it like 10 years after I purchased this, almost maybe less. I purchased my first order from Novritsch, the SSQ
Okay.
22. The
Nice.
my basically my second replica was a GBBR,
Yeah.
and
That's pretty cool. Most
I
people
kind
don't
of I kind of
get
enjoyed it. A
those.
lot of people had their little opinions about it, but I kind of enjoyed it. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a little. I love shooting 22, and it feels just like a 22. And that's
Right.
what it's modeled after. It's like a modern version of the Ruger 1022.
Okay.
And
And
it's
then with a gas blowback, that's
yeah.
those magazines. What is it? Does it come with two mags or one?
It comes with one magazine, and I bought
Okay.
three extra. So
Oh, good.
yeah, you do
Don't
run
drop
out of
them.
ammo a lot quicker.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, and then you have to fill each mag, right? They're like
Yep.
it's like just like a pistol mag,
Yep.
gas blowbacks. And then how many rounds do they hold? They
Off
come
the
with.
top of my head, around like 28, maybe 30, if you're lucky.
Oh shit! So it's like almost like realistic.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. Okay.
Meanwhile, for my actual 1022, we have a drum mag, so
Yeah, I know, right?
it's 22 LR. What do you expect?
Right? You fit a ton of those in there, bro. That's cool.
but
Nice. Okay. So you got
then,
you. Yeah, go ahead.
but then I played with the GBR, and then I finally forked up the money to buy the SSG 96 Mark II from Novritsch,
Okay.
and uh, like when it comes to Novritsch and stuff, their sniper rifles are good, like
Yeah.
hands down in my opinion. Unless you modify the crap out of an SRS or a VSR-10.
Right.
So like out of the box, their sniper rifles are pretty good. So like the Mark II with its proprietary hop up, which is kind of interesting because it's
Huh.
so easy to adjust it,
Really?
and it's just a cover, and then it's just a wheel. It's just a wheel that you just spin with your thumb
Yeah.
to adjust the hop up on the fly,
Okay.
and it can hop 4.6s easily. I could
Whew.
probably put 5.0s in there and be fine.
That's crazy.
And fell in love with it, and then I
Yeah.
was like, oh, I want another sniper rifle. And then I purchased a SRS, Silverback SRS
Oh, you,
covert,
yeah, you got the silverback. Nice.
and modified every single bit of the internals.
Oh shit. Okay. Did you do it yourself?
Yes, I did. I put
Oh,
a new
dude.
inner barrel, new hop up. The hop up smashed my finger on accident when I first tested it. It was this one, but
Yeah.
that's from a BB. The
Oh, okay.
old nail came off when I was trying to adjust the hop up, but then I think it's fixed now. I just need to take it back to the field.
Yeah.
I didn't dare take the SRS to ESR 19, sorry, because it's just I'm still working out its kinks and everything.
Right. Oh, that's cool. So you've gotten in the last what couple years or something, you've gotten a handful of
Last
guns
year,
already. Really?
last year,
Yeah, that's wild. Okay.
because I got a job and then I finally had money and
Makes a difference.
I have money now.
Yeah, I can buy this gun. Now, how was the AMS Milsim?
It
How
was
did that go for
hot.
you?
It was hot, hot, hot.
Yeah.
It was Roosevelt, Oklahoma, an abandoned town in the middle of nowhere.
Oklahoma. Okay.
It was probably like a two, maybe 1.5 hour drive from Oklahoma City to the west from Oklahoma City,
Okay.
and it's just a junkyard. ESR-10 was just in the car junkyard there.
That sounds cool
Hot.
though.
It was hot though. There were so many heat casualties. The ambulance had to come and pick people up
Good
several
lord.
times. And
Don't they know how to drink water? What the hell?
you'd think, right? The number one thing they told us in basic training: drink water, drink water, drink water.
I mean,
Otherwise, you
dude, come
die.
on now. Yeah, like you can't. If you're going to a milsim, people
Yeah,
drink water days before. Okay, like at
exactly.
least the day before.
Hmm.
Don't drink water the morning of, and then where all you've done all week is drink soda or Gatorade or energy drinks, probably. Okay,
Most likely.
yeah. So
Um,
drink water the day before. Hydrate
mhm.
yourself leading up to the milsim.
Yeah, 100%. I'm
Yeah.
not a big energy drink guy.
Mm-hmm.
I like my root beer, and that's pretty much it.
Oh, root beer. Okay. Now, do you like the Barks with caffeine or the regular?
Regular
Yeah.
Bart. Here in Colorado, we got so many breweries up in Colorado in the mountains. Edelweiss, Edelweiss. We have like Eddie Line, Tommy Knockers. All those
Huh.
breweries brew their own root beer as well as liquor.
Oh, that's wild. Okay. I think I've
So
heard of the
they
Tommyknocker
brew
one.
it. They brew it the same way they brew beer, except without the alcohol.
Yeah. Oh,
So
that's
like
cool.
some have more molasses taste, some are less carbonated, and like I like the less carbonated stuff because they're like more caramel and
Mm.
molasses.
Yeah.
And when it's brewed in house, it's just 20 times better
Oh,
anyway.
yeah. It's one of my favorite sodas. If I'm gonna drink a soda, I like root beers as well.
Hmm.
Yeah.
A&W is probably the best for root beer floats.
Bro, I'm telling you. When I was a kid growing up, we had I grew up in Northeast Ohio.
Hmm.
and we had a A&W root beer stand on the way on this one road, this main road that was on the way to this swimming place we used to go to. So when
Hmm.
I was a young teenager, 11, 12, 13 years old, we'd all get on our bikes. We'd ride to the in summertime after school's out. We're riding down there, and we'd ride past this. We'd always take change,
Yeah.
bring coins with us so we could stop and get a root beer from this thing. And they had the best root beer floats, man. It was great.
Oh yeah. And now, if you try to do that, it's going to be $5.
I know, right?
That'll be $5. But it was 99 cents several years ago.
For real.
Oh man.
Now, how long? I know you didn't want to talk about it, but how long? So you got how long? I was going to say how long you been in the military. You went
2 years.
from a couple years already. You went out. You went. Did you go straight out of high school?
Yes.
Okay. Did are you? Do you come from a military family?
Yeah,
Is that what
my
influenced?
dad, like, my family lineage in the military goes all the way back to the Civil War.
Okay.
We have a Union officer's saber in my great aunt's hands. I want it. I want
Whoa.
it bad. I want it so bad.
Oh, that's cool though.
The sad part
Awesome.
is that if she passes it down to, not to diss on them, but like if she passes it down to her children, they're just gonna pawn it off.
Oh no.
I want it. Give me it. I
Oh
want it so
yeah.
bad.
Save it. Save it, man. At least get some videos or pictures with it or something so that you can put it in your
We have
family
some
tree.
pictures, but they've been lost to time in our picture gallery.
Yeah.
Thankfully, my mom does scrapbooks, so I'm pretty sure I'll find it in one of those
Oh, there
scrapbooks.
you go. Yeah, those are great, man. The hard copies with the my one of my our oldest daughter, she used to do scrapbooking before she
Mm,
went in the military, and we still have one of the original ones she was working on before she left for boot camp. It was pretty cool.
that's good.
She
Yeah,
was
my
doing
mom.
all the like special little things around, on the pages around the
Yep.
the pictures she would cut out with like special scissors and make it look
Yep.
cool. Hmm.
That's that is what airsoft is to me, to my mom.
Yeah, it really
It's her
is.
it's her pastime.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
But yeah, goes all the way back to that. My mom's grandfather served in World War II, as well as my dad's grandfather,
Hmm.
and my grandfather's brothers all served in World War One, Vietnam, South Korea. It goes back.
Yeah.
And currently, my dad, who's still in since 1990,
Oh, okay.
he's a Chief Warrant Officer 5, and he's now the senior lead instructor at up in Colorado's HATS, what stands for high high altitude Army National Guard training site.
Okay.
I think I might have butchered. It's a long acronym. You know the
The military and
military. They love their acronyms, right?
I would say they're military and their acronyms for sure. Yeah,
And
that's cool.
he
He's
get
still in though.
up there. They actually get people from all over the world, from NATO, from Japan, from South Korea, from Australia, Jordan, Germany, other states, Mexico, Canada. They get people all from everywhere to train and power management for Black Hawk helicopters, Chinooks, Lakotas,
Okay.
Hueys.
Right.
They even have people from SpaceX and NASA go up there
Oh, okay.
because it's aerospace. It's similar in high altitude, and
Sure.
that's as much as I know.
Yeah. Right.
My dad has met number 2 of SpaceX,
Oh, that's cool.
right underneath Elon Musk.
That's crazy, man. Okay.
And my dad's the type of guy that everybody loves because he was part of the command staff a couple of years ago. He was the command chief warrant officer of the state of Colorado. And he was. Everybody loved him, and he
Yeah.
knows a lot of people. So, trying to.
Sure.
A lot of the times it's who you know, not what you know in the
Yeah.
world, right?
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
So, my crew, I'm trying to be a 15 Tango helicopter mechanic for
Okay.
Blackhawks.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
hopefully get stationed out in Buckley Space Force Base, what it's now called.
Where's that at?
It's in Aurora, just
Oh,
north
okay.
of my current
Oh,
location.
in Colorado. Okay.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, it'll be close, still in the state there, and then be able to do what you like to do, working on stuff.
Working on stuff.
Were you always into like like fixing things, or how did you become
I was
interested in
actually more
mechanics?
interested in radios, believe it or not,
Oh,
when I
okay.
first joined. When I first joined, I was like, I learned how to use the Singar's radio and all that stuff, and I'm like, oh, this is actually kind of cool and whatnot, blah, blah, blah. So I was originally going to be a 25 uniform, but that's the radio operator and all that fun
Okay.
stuff. And, uh, and then I was like, oh, maybe I want to be an officer. Okay, let's try ROTC. I didn't like it. I went to basic and then I went to ROTC and I was like, this sucks. I'd rather go to AIT.
uh,
So we've been working on that.
okay. Nice. Now,
But now
did you grow
it's
when you were
containment.
growing up? Did you tinker on things, or did you like Legos or building stuff?
The reason why I went to college is because I wanted to get an engineering degree, but then I'm
Yeah.
like, I destroy more than I fix.
That's me. I'm great at taking stuff apart and not as good at putting it back together.
But at least I can learn a little bit on how to put things back together, right?
Right. Well, I grew up. My
Because,
dad was a mechanic, so on old
mm-hmm.
cars and stuff. So I mean, I learned how to fix all the cars we've ever had.
Oh yeah,
That as my kids are growing up, and all the ones I've ever had my whole life, I fixed myself. I think
yep.
I've had my car in the shop over the years probably twice in 30 years that something
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't fix.
Yeah,
So I just figure it out. YouTube's great for watching, learning how to do stuff like that. And then I have a lot of tools because I was a mechanic in factories like manufacturing as well. So you build up a lot of tools over time. I probably had four full sets of uh, sockets, open end wrenches, ratchet, like all
mm-hmm.
kind of stuff. I gave them. I have one full set right now. I gave the rest to my sons. Like, just take all this stuff, dude. It's like that shit adds up. Like
Oh yeah. Oh,
space and weight, right?
yep.
It's so heavy.
Price.
Uh huh.
We have at my shop we have like gear wrench and Matco trucks stop by like every week,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh yeah, what's this? That's $400
For one wrench. Okay. Yep. Yep.
for an
Yeah, that's the same
impact.
thing. We
It's
had
like,
Snap
oh
on. Yeah, we had Snap on and Matco come into the plants, the factories and stuff.
yeah,
And most of the guys would buy like one or two things every month or whatever,
yep,
and just build it up, build it up, build it up.
yep.
But yeah, it's
A lot
it's
like
good to know all
airsoft.
that stuff. Yeah, a lot like airsoft. I know, dude. When I first started learning about all the airsoft stuff, when we first started this channel, I was blown away at how expensive some of this stuff was. I said, "Holy cow! For a toy gun, what?"
People will pay it, and it's
Yeah,
sort of worth it.
it's worth it when you need reliability. If you're going to go to, especially if you're going to go to Milsims,
Mm-hmm.
where your shots really do count. Like if you go to a pickup game or an open play or something in a local field, it's not okay. So your hop up's not perfect. The gun doesn't shoot a BB every single time you pull the trigger. It misfeeds or whatever.
Yep.
It's not the worst thing in the world, but
But when
when
you're
you're
in
in a
a
mil
stressful
sim,
situation in a mill sim, it's like shit, 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 shit.
oh, it's annoying, bro. Like these guys I've talked with, when I've been to a couple mil sims just as a press, cameraman. So, and I'm out there filming these guys, and they're like, "My effing gun doesn't work." They'll bring their backup. They have to go get a backup,
Yep.
whatever. It's like it's
Yep.
not feeding right. But yeah, it can be frustrating. So yeah, I mean, there are a handful of good starter guns. Like G&G makes some good starter guns that aren't too expensive, and
Yep.
they shoot really consistent.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, most people just they buy a shell of a gun and upgrade the shit out of it.
Yep.
Hundreds of dollars into it.
Yeah, that's what I did with the SRS.
Uh-huh.
And now I have
Yeah.
a SSG 10. I have three
Okay.
snipers now.
Right.
I
Yeah.
uh, I purchased the SSG-10 for the Milsim specifically because it was tan. It had the tan stock. I was on UFS, and because the rest of my team was obviously, and I had extra multicam laying around.
Hmm.
Like, go for what you have, not what you don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't live by that though. Does anybody? But yeah, I got the SSD-10, and then I had my buddy who actually came with us, Hungry. That's his code name. I had him install the hop up, the TDC hop up unit that you can buy separately.
Right.
Holy moly! Just the stock hop up. I was hopping 3.2s without any pressure to the bucking.
Uh-huh.
No pressure
Yeah,
to the
the
bucking. No adjustments. It
mm-hmm.
flew straight with 3.2s without any, like with the hop up off. It wouldn't just come out the barrel like so many other guns. It would, pew!
Like a
And I'm
laser,
like,
yeah.
those are 3.2s.
Mm-hmm.
Those are 3.2s. What could I? And that's with no hop up. Can I hop like 6.0s? Those exist. Oh man.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, the new some of the new hop-ups, the TDC you're talking about, it's top down center. I think it's you adjust it with like
Mm-hmm.
a tool or something, maybe a an Allen wrench or something like that, but
Yeah, that's
it
what I have on
stays
my SSP-18
okay. Yeah, those are
because
accurate, man.
I put the carbine kit on my SSP-18 because as a sniper I kind of wanted a really good sidearm.
Yeah.
So SSP-18 was like perfect, especially with its carbine kit. So I
Mm-hmm.
got a golden barrel, golden amplifier. I just call it a loudener because that's what it does.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of suppressor. It's
Oh, dude.
makes it
They make
louder
them sound great. Yeah.
and it makes it sound menacing. It's
Uh-huh.
like bam, 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 bam. It scares the crap out of little kids in the
Now,
CQB.
do you have these guns that you're talking about? Do you have them around you?
Yeah, they're in my garage. I could
Oh,
grab them
okay,
though.
okay.
I just have to go downstairs, go in the garage, hopefully not hit a car with all the
Oh
rifles.
no, you're good, bro. You're good.
Because
Next time,
even
well,
though,
I'll have you guys. What I would like to do is have you and Spaz on
yeah,
together one time, and you can show off your gear. We'll just do a
definitely.
whole episode of showing off gear. You know, guns and gear.
Yeah, I literally, new plate carrier just came in today.
Oh, nice.
I'm actually building a whole new kit for an HPA
There
DMR
you go.
setup I want to build with the Polestar Kythera. My buddy, Hungry again, he owns his own business, and he said I could promote things, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
His websites is his little company is barbarianairsoft.com,
Okay.
and what he does, he's not like Fox or Amped, but he gets stuff from Amped, Polestar, like basically Gate. He gets all the stuff from everybody,
Yeah.
and he can build a custom build for whoever wants one. Like he doesn't sell products like Amped does, but he can sell it to you in a kit of a brand new like replica, like what he's doing for me.
Right. Yeah. Building it up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Uh huh. That's cool, man.
And he can order all the parts separately. Like it's not like one big stock order he has in his basement because that's where he's
Right.
operating out of.
Sure.
And like he can order Polestar and then like build an HPA setup, AEG setups, HPA snipers apparently because those exist.
Oh yeah. I was just gonna ask you if you HPA'd one of your snipers yet.
I have not. I have not. That's why I'm thinking of just doing a DMR setup.
Yeah. I just I pulled up his website. Barbarian.
Yes.
It is cool, man. Okay. Builds. Nice. I like the way the website's set up. It's
Yeah, I
awesome.
think he did this all
HPA's.
himself.
Yeah.
And for the exclusive members, that's literally him on the right and Spaz on the left. If you
Let's
go
see.
on their main page, exclusive memberships, because he does
Oh, yeah,
refills,
the front. Yep.
and it's Spaz and him on the front page.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
And the funny part with when it comes to the second page for the custom builds,
Yeah.
the rifle that shows, that's the rifle he's selling. That's the body I'm getting with
The,
the HPA setup in
okay.
it.
I gotcha. Barbarian Airsoft. Nice. Yeah, I'll have to reach out to him too. Have him on.
He'd love
Talk about
to.
his
He
stuff.
he definitely wants to do it. And
Yeah, that's
Spaz
cool.
definitely wants to get like the whole team on this
Yeah,
podcast.
that'd be cool.
Definitely. It's just like one of our guys just moved to Virginia. He's one of our top LMG gunners. So
Oh, okay.
I'm technically the team sniper, so that's why I'm getting a DMR set up. So,
Right.
but with HPA, especially with the Kythera, I can turn it into a rifleman, just lower the pressure.
Mm-hmm. Do you like sniping so far?
Well, it's fun when they can't shoot back, especially at ESR 19. I had I had plenty of fun at ESR 19. There were like 3 of us in the platoon for the UFS. And it got to the point where one side of the field was completely taken over by cost forces.
Mm-hmm.
And we just said, like, screw it, because they're camping our FOB, our fob.
Yeah.
So as soon as you respawn, they're shooting back at you as soon as you leave. It's like, that's annoying. So we group up. We completely, and it's like no man's land. There's a creek, the green zone, the creek, 2 bridges, one on our side, one on their side. There's the creek that we have to go under. Those bridges are not stable whatsoever. So, and it's a tree line, no man's land, line of cars. Like the no man's land was at least like 100 yards, maybe a little bit less. But it's like if you go out there, you're getting shot.
Yeah.
It's tree line, no man's land, then there's cover.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, it's like we got our LMG gunners, we got our snipers, and just a mob of people.
Right.
We went full Russian on this. And I'm just like, God! And just mobbed them. It was definitely a skeleton crew that they just left to just patrol.
Right.
But we just like steamrolled them. And it was fun because there's 3 of us snipers. We were all grouped together, and we had Spaz was with me. He was running medic and point security for the snipers,
Nice.
just in case so we don't get flanked.
Right.
And we had 2 security and 2 snipers, and we were just knocking one after another, knocking one after another. And what impressed me was that I kept getting shots that I didn't know I could hit.
Oh, really?
I was
You thought
pointing,
it was too far?
I thought it was too far. But I was using
Yeah.
4.6s, and I made sure to have the hop up at Mac almost good enough,
Yeah.
because it got the scope dialed and everything. And I just see people just popping out their hit flags, and I know
Oh
it's
my
not my
gosh.
friendlies because they're not close enough to shoot with the LMGs or their rifles.
Yeah.
And they're behind cover, and I have the flank on them.
Mm-hmm.
So then when they all of a sudden pull this, it's like, did I just get that guy?
Yeah, holy cow. Do you have like what kind of scope or optic are you using on your sniper?
It's actually the Novritsch LPVO 1 to 4 times scope.
Okay.
And that thing, you don't need any more than 4 times in airsoft, in my opinion.
Right.
And it's my go-to scope for basically all my replicas now,
Gotcha.
because I can do 1 times to 4 times and have
Yeah.
not only have the range on my snipers, but also have the recon on basically any other build I have.
Exactly. Yeah, that's great. Now, are you recording some of this stuff yet? Like your
I'm not.
shots?
I have not. No.
No.
I don't have any of that fancy stuff. No. I feel like I get better shots when I don't have that much clutter on my rifle.
Oh,
Especially
yeah,
since-
definitely, bro. And not only that, but honestly, it's a lot of work
Don't get me started.
to do.
I tried video editing. I took a
Yeah.
class on it in high school, and I'm like, this is great, but it takes forever.
Forever, bro. Not only that, but you
Takes
go out there on the field.
forever.
Like if you're a sniper, you got to have your scope cam. Everything's got to be charged, ready to go. You got
Yeah,
to turn
yeah.
everything on. You got to make sure
That's why
everything's
I like springs. No
set up,
batteries.
set up right, like in the right angle. And I mean, it really is a lot of work. And kudos goes out to all these snipers out
Oh
there
yeah,
that
one hundred
put
percent.
out good content. I mean, for real, man.
But like all that content is like 2 minutes, or if they're lucky, 5 minutes of an 8 hour day.
Dude, that's crazy, right? It's a lot of cutting. A lot of cutting.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean,
Oh
people don't
yeah.
realize if they left in all the times they got shot and had to walk back to spawn, and
It'd be
you
boring.
know, it's they're putting together a highlight reel
Hmm.
because it's fun to watch. Nobody
Yep.
wants to see all the boring stuff in between. You
Oh
know.
yeah. Sometimes I do because I like role playing, but each their own.
Right, right.
I want to see what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. Oh yeah, man. So you got this was your first big mil sim you went to
Yes.
or big
Yes,
event?
it was.
Okay,
We
awesome. You got
camped.
plans for more?
1861 is coming back this year for the same location where Spaz said he went to 1861 last year, and they said it's coming back this year.
Okay.
My one friend, my tech friend, Hungary, he wants to like get a lot more press and public relations out for Barbarian Airsoft
Okay.
because he wants to make some money off of it.
Sure.
Because
Who
who
doesn't?
doesn't?
Yeah. Right.
And he's like, I want to do it so I can go to so we can go to Copperhead.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants to go to Copperhead, which is in New Mexico. And he's like, yeah, it's in August and September. And I'm like, say that slowly. New Mexico, August 31st to September 1st.
It's only going to be 110. What are you
Probably going
worried
to
about?
be something degrees in the southern end of New Mexico. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Dude.
I think it's actually, as a Coloradan, like Coloradans, we like to boast that we live in high altitude, and we dry, high altitude, less humidity, and we're just like, oh yeah, you come up here, you die. It's like
Mm-hmm.
if they were to ever do a milsim like in Camp Hale, like the abandoned camp near Leadville. Leadville's almost 2 miles high.
Whoa. Oh my
It, it's
God.
it's one of the highest towns in Colorado.
Oh, that's crazy.
Like, let me get the actual specs for it so I'm not an idiot.
No, that's crazy though. Holy cow. Well, yeah, I mean, we've always heard, the high altitude stuff where the air's thinner, it's harder to breathe if you're not used to it, because you're not getting as much oxygen for each breath, I guess. And
Hmm.
so these guys will go out there to train, like football,
Yep.
like different spec ops stuff or whatever, will go out there and train
Yeah,
so that
basically
they can
almost 2 miles.
condition.
It's at 10,200 feet.
Gotcha. That's
Denver's
insane,
at
bro.
the mile high city at
Yeah,
5,280.
right. And that's where a lot of, when Denver Broncos, when those guys, when these teams go out there, when they have to play it at
Hmm.
Denver,
Oh yeah,
they're like, holy
it's
cow.
definitely it's definitely harder in Laramie, Wyoming. I went to college in Laramie, Wyoming at
Oh,
UW,
okay.
and War Memorial Stadium's at 7,000 feet. So when people from Texas, of all places, come up to play, you see them just huffing that oxygen
Oh,
bottles.
for real,
And
bro.
to us, we're used to it, so we're just we're just kind of having a laugh at it because, like, oh, you need oxygen, ha 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 ha.
That's funny.
But yeah, like Camp Hale, it's an old World War II base where the 10th Mountain Division was based out of
Okay.
for World War II, where they had their famous Battle of Riva Ridge in Italy.
Gotcha.
And the 10th Mountain trained in Camp Hale, and unfortunately, Camp Hale is decommissioned, and all that's left is the concrete slabs of where the buildings used to be
Wow.
because it was too expensive.
Mm-hmm.
The altitude was killing everybody. People died in training because of the snow up there.
Wow.
But it was the perfect place to train a mountain division that specialized in mountain warfare.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And we won the Battle of Riva Ridge because of the 10th Mountain. So,
Yeah.
and then the 10th Mountain, they came back and started up all the ski resorts in Colorado: Vail, Beaver Creek,
Oh,
Keystone,
okay.
Breckenridge. All of them have roots to military because the guys who started them were part of the 10th Mountain, especially
That's
Vail.
wild. Okay.
Vail is actually inspired by the German towns in Germany. Like if you walk into Vail, like all the towns are inspired by Europe.
Huh.
Cobblestone, you have a cobblestone road that you walk through to get to the gondola,
Really?
and it's all inspired by European architecture, and it's kind of
Okay.
nice.
Yeah, that sounds
Expensive, but
awesome.
it's nice.
Right. Yeah, I don't know much about Colorado, to be honest.
There's a lot of history. The fun part with Colorado is like unlike a lot of towns like Roosevelt, for example, Roosevelt was an abandoned town. Like the only
Okay.
people who lived there who were the employees of the junkyard because the junkyard was still operational.
Yeah.
The rest of the town, the only commercial building really that worked was the gas station and the post office. That's all you need to make a town in the United States, though. Is all you
Right.
need is a post office, right?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I can imagine the gas station too, like how busy it was probably was.
It was like you just see Main Street, Roosevelt. It's just all busted out windows,
Mm.
cracked in doors, collapsed roofs. It's just completely abandoned. It's kind of sad.
It's a
Meanwhile,
great
in
place for
Colorado,
an airsoft event.
Hungary actually said like a long time ago, the last ESR, the last ESR, they actually had the event within the town and had to take objectives in the abandoned buildings. But
Oh,
I'd
okay.
imagine nowadays, like half of our have collapsed. The roofs are gone.
That's
So
crazy.
it's I would say you'd have to require helmets at that point.
Right.
Not for the aesthetic appeal or the coolness of having a helmet, but for your
Yeah,
actual safety.
for your safety.
Because you don't know when that roof's gonna collapse.
Oh, that's crazy, man. Yep.
But like the junkyard, there was like you had cars and only that one tree line. Like it
Mm.
was very open. Like you'd see the
Yeah.
enemy team across the field running to the
Uh-huh.
objective and you try and cut them off.
Yep. Now, do you guys have plans to go any other mill sims before the end of the year?
Like I said, my one friend wants to go to Copperhead, if
Yeah.
not Reindeer Games. Reindeer
Okay.
Games is in Texas in December, so I'm more open to that.
Is that yeah, like with Oklahoma, is how far of a drive was that for you guys? You guys drove in there, right?
That was 8 hours. We
Okay.
left at 3, arrived at 2.
Gotcha. Because of
I
the
was
time
like,
difference.
eh, more or less. We didn't care.
Yeah.
To us, it was late earlier, really, but yeah.
Yeah.
We got there Friday morning, so we had the entire day of Friday just to prepare our stuff, get ready,
Yeah.
and then Saturday came and several people went to the hospital, so that was great. uh,
It's such an easy fix too, man. For real.
it's such an easy fix, but people don't do it, so that's
Yeah.
the unfortunate part.
Yep.
And so, yeah, that's ESR-19 in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Very hot, very humid. I hate humidity because I live in a dry climate. So
Right. Well, yeah, it was probably difficult for you to breathe because the air's heavier
yeah,
and it's
nah,
muggy. Yeah.
I'm running faster than I ever ran before. What are you talking about? When I was in basic training, since I came from Colorado, like I ran the 2 mile faster than I thought I could. I
Really?
did more push-ups than I thought I could. I excelled my own expectations because I had the extra oxygen.
Oh, that's cool. So where'd you go to boot camp?
Fort Jackson, South Carolina.
Oh shit. You came all the way out here. Nice.
Yeah, plane ticket was free.
Yeah, oh, I know. Yeah, I know. When I went in, they flew me from Cleveland to down here to Paris
Mhm.
Island and then to LAX, out in LA, and then Anchorage, Alaska, to Okinawa, Japan, to all over, man. It's free plane tickets.
I was gonna upgrade to $20 for first class, but oh well.
The flight that I had from uh, to go from LAX to Okinawa, Japan, 18-hour flight. It was a full-on military flight, so we had to be in our alphas, our dress alphas. So we had to be in uniform. These were wool, okay, wool uniforms.
Oh gosh.
This was
Great for winter.
June, yeah, and it was June of 1990. I get off the plane in Okinawa. It's like 95, 90% humidity. It's a humid, very humid climate over there. And I mean, when they opened the plane door, you could just feel this wave of it felt like a sauna. It really felt like a sauna.
I bet.
And we're like, oh, God bless America. And I was sitting next to a high rank, I'm brand new out of boot camp. Yeah, we went. Well, we stopped. Yeah, we stopped in Anchorage, just for, I guess, refueling or something like that. And we were there not very long, and it was nighttime when we got there. It was like 8 o'clock. Yeah, it was like 8 o'clock. It was dark, but
dark-ish.
and we lost a full day in the air because Okinawa is 13 hours ahead of. Yeah. So we left Anchorage, Alaska on a Saturday night. We lost Sunday in the air. Got there on a Monday morning.
There's a whole day you're never gonna get back.
That's gone. He gone. Yeah, man. Okay, so you spent a few weeks out here in South Carolina in the heat. All right, that's good.
I bared it. What you got to do in the military, right?
That's you don't have a choice.
You had people who lived in South Carolina heat catting, and I'm like,
bruh.
We have a camelback on our back 24/7. How are you doing this?
Right.
How are you dying when they force water down your throat?
That's funny, man.
They made us chug canteens, and I'm like, how are you heat catting? That's the whole thing. It's like, whenever you got a boot camp, basic training, ruined MREs for me. I hate them. I hate MREs. I absolutely hate them because it's just reminds me of the suck that I had to eat them in. When you smelled bad, you were hungry, and you hated it. You were just starving, but you had to eat it.
Yeah.
But they gave us 3 MREs a day.
Oh yeah.
People gained weight in basic training because of the amount of calories they fed us.
Well, that plus you eat a couple of MRE, or you eat MREs, nothing, like nothing but MREs for like 2 days.
Yeah,
man, you're not taking a shit for like a week, bro. Okay,
absolutely not. Well, it's kind of a blessing because those porta-johns were just awful.
Well, the one speaking of that, the one Milsim we went to, Stonebreaker, it was down here in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
They had, I don't know how many. They had a shit ton, like a ton of porta-johns out there for us. But by Sunday, there were 700 people at the event. By Sunday, they were overflowing. Some of them were overflowing, bro. I mean, to the brim, okay?
Golly.
Like, no, go over there and just dig a hole, okay? Dig a hole by that tree over there.
Bury it.
It's crazy.
Yeah. When we were in ESR, they had the porta-johns, but we specifically drove to the local gas station to go to the bathroom in there instead of the porta-johns, especially at midday.
Gotcha.
Like, in the morning, it's cool, fine.
Yeah.
I can go pee in a porta-john. But when it's 90 degrees outside with 80% humidity...
Breathe it in, baby. Breathe it in. Take some deep breaths through your nose.
And after the forge, like, my whole company, we reeked.
Oh, yeah.
We just reeked after Nick, the night infiltration course. we just smelled each other's BO, and we did our
Oh yeah.
best to mask it with deodorant and what we could have, because we
Hmm.
weren't allowed to have body spray. If we had body spray, we'd all just be lathered in that stuff right there. Our uniforms were wet from our sweat and the
Yeah.
humidity. All of our uniforms were like nighttime multicam. That's how wet they were. And we all just reeked. And they're like, all right, time to go eat at the DFAC. And we're all like, why? And we're all just, we were up all night rucking with all of our rifles and everything on our rucks. So we're just begging like for a good food and a good night's sleep.
Oh yeah.
Didn't get either. But the drill sergeants, as they do, taunted us. You can get ice cream now. You can get some pie. And I was like, I'm going to get one piece of pie. That is it. Thinking they're going to smoke the crap out of us afterward.
Sure.
But, like, apparently, once we're at red, white, and blue phase, it got stupid relaxed, I guess.
Really?
Not really, but sometimes.
What's red,
To the
white, and
point-
blue phase?
Red, white, and blue phase, like, there's so many phases now. There's yellow phase, which is, like, when you're first at your company. Like, there's a, what is it? Reception battalion,
Okay.
which sucks.
Yeah, where you go to receiving. Yeah.
Yep.
Get all your shit,
Yep.
uniforms, boots, haircuts.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Boots. The boots.
Oh, dude. I mean, getting used to those boots in boot camp. I mean, there's no getting used to them. You're
Nope.
getting blisters on top of blisters that
Yep.
hopefully turn into callus really
Yep.
fast because blisters fucking hurt, bro.
Oh, don't get me started.
Oh, they hurt
The
so
anvil,
bad.
I got like the worst blister. I got the worst blister on the anvil because we walked through sand.
Uh huh. Yeah.
The forge, I was fine. We were on concrete for most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But once we get in that sand, your feet just want to die.
Yeah.
And I was just crying as I'm carrying my rifle. I was like, I hate my life right now. What did I do?
Why am I here?
Why am I here?
Uh-huh.
Oh, but at the same time, like, I keep saying this to basically everybody who wants to or has been in the military. It's like, it's the most fun you never want to have again.
Yeah.
Because you'll have a great time. You'll never want to do it again, though. Because then you'll know it sucked.
Yeah, right.
Like, I can't imagine going back through basic training as a sergeant, because one of the companies actually had a sergeant going back through basic training. He was a staff sergeant of all sergeants.
Why was he going back through? That's wild.
Too long of a hiatus from the military, I guess.
Yeah.
But he's going through back through basic. But the drill sergeants respect him as a sergeant because he outranked some of them too.
Uh-huh.
So he got his own quarters. He wasn't with the rest of the trainees.
Huh.
And he also counseled a few trainees because he was a sergeant. They had to respect him as a sergeant. So
That's wild.
he was basically like, the drill sergeants could smoke him, but he could also smoke the trainees.
Oh, that's crazy.
Like, only the higher ranked drill sergeants could smoke him, but they usually didn't because why?
Yeah.
He was usually squared away, so they kind of just left him out of everything.
So when you guys are in boot camp, when you go for rifle training, like shooting, like on the range and stuff, what's the process with that? You guys shoot at 100 yards. What is it? 50 yards. What do you guys?
It's our zeroing range was 25 yards.
Okay.
So that was both for the we both qualified for both irons and the CCO. I think that's what it is.
What's
Combat
the CCO?
close combat optic, I think.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't remember. I don't usually use the CCO. I usually use irons or magnified.
Gotcha.
On my personal AR-15, I have the Romeo Juliet from Sig Sauer. I have the Romeo Green Dot and the Juliet Magnifier.
Nice.
And for qualifications, like, you zeroed your rifle, did all that stuff. I zeroed my rifle within 5 shots.
Yeah.
Done. And then I was done for the rest of the day. Everyone else is struggling. Because I grew up around rifles, and the funny part about that is that my let me turn this light on. That lighting's terrible, but we'll work with it. Maybe turn this one on. Better, but
There you
anyway,
go.
the I took this as a challenge personally
Yeah.
because like the drill sergeant said, if you've grown around weapons, you might not shoot as well as you think you might because of bad habits. And I'm like,
Right.
bet. I was like, bet. I'll take that challenge. I qualified 38 out of 40.
Nice.
I was the second highest in my entire company.
That's awesome.
The second highest in the entire, third highest in the entire battalion.
That's awesome.
So,
Yeah,
I took
you were
that
obviously
challenge in
trained.
stride.
You were trained well. Yeah.
Well, that's been in the military since 1990. He's been in for 30
Long time, man.
years now.
Yep.
It's
They
still
told us the
going.
same thing. That's a common thing,
Mm-hmm.
and that goes for any kind of shooting thing, like archery or whatever. You know,
Oh, yeah.
if you come into somebody that's really, really, really good,
Mm-hmm.
professional, and they pretty much want you to start from zero. Like, forget everything you've, like, because they want to teach you their way so that they know
Their
you're going to
way
do
is
it
the
the right
same way
way.
my dad taught me. So,
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. That's kind of uncommon though, because
mm-hmm.
like I did see some guys in boot camp that they had some just minor
Mm-hmm.
quirks, but when you're which really wouldn't matter at 50 to 100 yards
Yeah,
with iron sights, but when you're
300
going,
meters.
we qualify at 300 and 500. When I
Mm-hmm.
was in, we qualified at
Yeah,
500 with iron sights with the M16A2,
yeah.
and
Yeah, keep
it'll
going.
make a difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the qual range was like you had a 50-yard target, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300,
Gotcha.
all in metric 50
Right,
meters, 100
meters. Yep.
meters, not feet. Because
Yeah, that's what we
good
had as
NATO,
well. We
right?
had some of the, I think in boot camp it was yards, and once I
Hmm.
got out to the fleet it was meters. I don't know, or vice versa, one of the two. But yeah,
We're Americans. We can use both. I prefer Imperial because Imperial's better.
exactly.
We're Americans. We're different because we want to be.
Right.
Well, the funny part is that the one of the main reasons why we didn't get the metric system is because of the English.
Mm-hmm.
Because they hired pirates. And they pirated the vessel that France sent over with the standard kilogram. And that's why
Wait, what
we.
now?
When I believe it was Thomas Jefferson wanted to get samples of the metric system from France.
Yeah.
So France, I believe it was under Napoleon, maybe sooner, maybe later, I don't remember.
Okay.
But they sent the ship, and pirates captured the ship, and the ship never made landfall on U.S. soil. So we never got the standard kilogram, so we remained using imperial forever.
Whoa. I did
It's
not
so
know that.
bizarre. And if you really look into it, it's because of the British.
Mm,
It's because of
that's
the British. We don't
crazy.
have the imperial system. We have the imperial system instead of the metric system because of the British.
That's crazy. And we're the only country in the world, I think, that uses that,
I
right?
believe there's one other country in Africa,
Okay.
I think. They might
That's
have
wild.
changed
Yeah.
because they're a smaller country. If we tried to change the metric system, you could say goodbye to more than trillions of dollars. You have to change all the cars. You have to change all the boats. You have to change all the ships. You have to change all the
Mm-hmm.
speed signs, all the road signs. You have to change all that, and it's just like nobody wants to do that. Nobody.
No. No.
Not even the construction workers. It'd be a waste of their time. Not like road construction's a waste of their time anyway, but hey.
I was gonna say they don't work anyway. What are you talking about?
Right, we'd have to change all the road signs. That would take probably like 15 to 100 years.
Right. So
Since it takes them.
you said earlier you got a new chest rig. So are you're building a whole new kit or
Whole new HPA kit.
okay? Getting ready for your next big event. You want an
Yep.
HPA. Man, they're nice. They're very consistent. It's
I was on the
people
edge of
have both.
AEG. I was on
Hmm.
the edge of AEG and HPA because it's like I have to carry a tank, I have to carry a hose. But then I'm looking at all the benefits and I'm like, I like consistency, especially if I run
Oh,
as a
dude,
DMR.
exactly. And you're used to wearing a camelback, so the tank and the line coming across your shoulder like
Oh
that
yeah,
is really set up the same way.
yeah. That's like I'll like the way that I'm building it is like, especially for like Copperhead or reindeer games type situation. Like I'm gonna have like one of those. I can't remember the name of the company, but it's a plate carrier. I have three on the front, and then I'll have two backpacks on my back. Like I'll
Okay.
have enough room for the tank and a camelback in the one pack, and then a crap ton of grenades in the other,
Yeah.
right on top of it. So it's like the camelback can be flush and then zipped up onto the plate carrier, and then I'll have another bag on top of that
Right.
with nothing but grenades.
Nice.
So that's the type of build. Like have three on the chest, and then have a battle belt with my sidearm and AAPO1 because
Those are great,
it's
dude.
good. It's a really good pistol for
Yeah.
$100.
For real.
It's $100. AAPO1 green gas blowback.
They're great. Yeah.
It's an amazing
Well, it's
pistol.
efficient on gas. Like it's
Hmm.
yeah, it's a great pistol. Plus they have like people are doing all these 3D prints for them now
Yeah,
too. They
yeah.
look awesome.
I'm gonna keep my AAPO1 stock just with the universal holster grip on it from
Gotcha.
Novritsch, so I can interchange it with the SSP18 and the
Hmm.
AAPO1, so I can just put on the belt, put that holster on there, and just have it slide right on in.
Right.
And I'm not gonna modify the AAP1 because the SSP18 is already modified.
Right.
Like I need a sidearm, not an SMG.
Right.
That's basically what I've made my SSP18 is. It's an SMG now with the
Yeah.
extended mag and everything.
For real. Awesome, man. Well, listen, bro, it's been great meeting you.
Yeah.
Great having you on. I'm looking forward to having you guys on as a team.
Oh
You and
yeah.
Spaz Goostick.
Yes.
And yeah, I remember talking to him. He's funny as hell, man. Um,
He is
he definitely
off the app.
is. He he fits that name, that nickname.
Yes, he does. He very much does. And we're actually trying to do airsofting this weekend. Like I'm seeing a girl, so I invited her to join airsoft, and I have one of my friends from ROTC coming because he lives in this area. Hungry's joining us, Spaz, and maybe one guy. But we'll also have a robot, maybe.
A robot.
You remember the robot Spaz showed you?
No, I'd have to look.
I believe I have some pictures here. Grab them real quick.
Yeah, share the screen. A robot.
Oh, I have them on my
I
phone.
mean, it's been a while since I talked to him.
Yeah. Let me pull these up and send them.
So this is something you guys are gonna take with you to.
That's the plan. We eventually want to take it to a Milsim.
All right, let's check it out. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the retired Northrop Grumman's bomb disposal drone because apparently they
Dude.
just had that going to
Yes,
the scrapyard.
I do remember this. Roll around and shoot, bro.
He's
That
putting
is
an
cool.
HPA Jack, Polestar Jack HPA engine in it in the
Oh my god.
rifle in the LMG.
That's cool, man.
And it's we've he and I actually worked together all most of the day Sunday
Mm-hmm.
to like finish the trailer it's on,
Okay.
so we could take it to the field because he doesn't have a truck.
Yeah.
So we finished the trailer, and he just needs to do some rewiring, and then it's battle ready.
Game on.
Hopefully this weekend, actually.
That is cool. I
And
look forward to seeing some posts about that.
we've been brainstorming that thing. It's like it's gonna be terrifying because you think it's gonna be nice and slow. No, that thing can go up to 40 miles per
Good lord.
hour. It'll be charging at you with its LMGs.
Break
Just
somebody's ankle. You crash into him.
and it can go. It can like. It can.
You
Raise
didn't
its
call your
arm.
hit, and just run it into the.
That probably kills somebody because of how heavy it is. It's 800 pounds.
Good God.
2-car batteries, all of its electronics, its motors come up to, and it's a bomb disposal drone. It's built to
Right.
withstand an IED.
Uh-huh.
So it's built.
That's
It's built like a
crazy.
tank because it's a
Yeah, you
tank.
definitely need a trailer for that.
I could probably fit that in my F-150. It'd be fine.
Got to get it up there. Yeah, get some ramps.
That's another question for another day.
Listen, man, tell everybody where they can find you. Are you going to start posting some airsoft stuff on your
Oh, definitely.
new Instagram?
I'm hoping to post more stuff about, it, especially this coming weekend's game. Yeah, find me at Atlas, just all lowercase Atlas _actual 2.0 on Instagram. That's
Absolutely.
all I'm gonna say. That's all you can find me at.
I'll I'll have the link in the description. And I appreciate you being on, man. Shout out to our sponsors, Skirmish and Jackal Tactical. Go to skirmish.net, find out more, and jacktac.com. So thanks a lot, brother.
Yeah, of course. It was great talking to you.
And go check out Barbarian Airsoft.
Yes, definitely.
I'll have that link in
definitely
here
wants-
as well.
He definitely
Yeah.
wants more traffic on that site. He
Absolutely, brother.
he's our team tech, and he loves tech and guns. And
Good. All right, brother. Have a good night, man. It's great meeting you.
You too.